morning, team. Good morning and Happy New Year. Hope you're all well. Just make sure everything's set up, ready to rock and roll. I think it's looking pretty good. Just make sure we've got a good frame, just so we don't cut out too much. That's it. Right, there it is. Okay, welcome to the first stream of the new year, 2021. I'll see if I can get that a little bit more square. Oh, it's going to fall down on me probably, but where are we? There we are. Okay. Hopefully you can read that. I don't have my blue. I don't think the red shows up that well. Let me have a look. Nah, not ideally, but that's all right. Cool. So we're just going to rip into some 8-minute pieces again. I love my 8-minute pieces. Not going to lie. Predominantly because it's sort of there or thereabouts, sort of 2K pace. 2K. Plus or minus. Yep. Okay. If you're doing really well, then you're going over. If you're not, then you're going under. It's all right. But it's sort of a really good time that it gives you an amount of time to get up to pace, get a good work on, and then we can sort of take the break and recover from it. But what we're going to do today is we're going to have 90 seconds rest in between each one. And we're going to increase the rate. So we're going to end up quite high towards the end. So it's going to get pretty solid in the last part of the workout, okay? So the first couple of sets are just 4-minute sections. So we start at 22 and we go to 24 halfway through the first one. Second one, we do 4-4 again and we go 24, 26. So it is going to get quite intense, okay? So after that one, you'll be thinking, crikey, here we go. And then the third one, it's 2-minute changes, 22, 24, 26, 28. Okay, so the last 4 minutes, we start to get up quite high. And then the last one, we start at 24, 26, 28, and finish at 30. Okay, so we'll be working quite well, I should say by the end of it. Okay, so the idea, rating's going to come up over time. We want to get some good intensity into it. It is reasonably short, I guess, just over 30 minutes. But at the same time, focusing rhythm. Okay. One thing I will say is that have a self-check towards the back end of the third one and going into the fourth one that you're doing. If you can't quite keep the rating up, if you feel that, hey, I'm really struggling to get the speed, that sort of thing, maybe just play with your drag a little bit. Okay, drop it down. There's nothing wrong with that. I think a lot of people get stuck on their drag because that's what they use all the time. And yeah, if you get something you like, that's cool. But if you are sort of in that, I'm tired, had a bad sleep, I feel a little bit sore in the back, this sort of stuff, then it is just play with it a little bit, okay? Maybe don't worry too much because if you do make a big change in drag, if you drop it down sort of one or two of the numbers on the side, you will actually notice that you won't be hitting the same split because you actually have to have quite a lot more acceleration in the leg drive to hit the same number. Okay, so if it comes back a little bit, but you feel better, okay, isn't that what you want to feel? I think a lot of times people struggle, they get tight, they get tense, and they struggle, and they're like sort of, you're getting annoyed because you can't keep the rate, or you're feeling a bit slow or tight, you're finishing over the handle, you feel like you're short out the front. So sometimes it's nice to go back, get the technique right, and then you know that you can move on from there, rather than just fighting the technique to try and hit your speed, okay? Sometimes you've got to go back a step to go 2 steps forward, okay? So that's just something to think about on this, and it's something to think about while you use the machine all the time as well, okay? So let's just jump on, bit of a warm-up, couple minutes, getting nice and limber, that sort of thing, and then we'll rip into it after that, okay? Right, make sure this is all good to go. Make sure my erg data is set, connected. That's it. Cool. Nice. Okay, right. Okie dokie. So let's just jump on now anyway. And as I say, just 2 or 3 minutes getting loose. That's all we want to do. The warm-up stuff is really just around this whole getting the body moving, getting everything sorted, nice and limber, okay? And just slowly, everybody has a different warm-up. And I warm up differently depending on the workout we're doing, okay? Today I've been awake a little bit longer, so I didn't actually have to jump on the machine before I did it, okay? But I just like to get loose so I can feel like I'm in a good length, okay? So I just increase the slide length every stroke. Start to feel the stretch in my ankles, okay? Under the arms, the body, and I'm nearly right out at my leg, okay? That's good. Remember just feeling that hang. Most of the time as well, it's quite good. The last part of your warm-up is to be doing what you're going to be doing in the workout itself. So for this, if you feel like you're a bit underdone, you haven't been on the machine for a while, maybe just now start to lift the rating a little bit, okay? Find the 22, just like that. Maybe even push it up now for the next 20 seconds to sort of 24. Okay. Doing that push. Okay. So that should spike the heart rate a bit. Should feel nice and loose. Feel the stretch. Okay. Do what we need to in order to be ready to start the piece. Okay. I'm just going to grab. I just felt a couple of runners running on my thing. Does annoy me when that happens. Right, there it is. Okay, cool. So, as I mentioned, it's going to get intense as we go along. Okay, so today we've got to stay focused. I haven't given us a long rest period, okay, because I feel that we are in the new year. I've drunk too much. I've eaten way too much. And sometimes you just got to push yourself a little bit harder than you'd expect. So that's what we're going to do today. So, same as always, we're going into our intervals, select workout, new workout, intervals, time. Okay, chuck that up to 8 minutes. 8 minutes. And 1 minute 30 rest. 1 minute 30 rest. There it is. Okay, cool. I'll give you guys 10, 15 seconds. Be ready to go. Okay, and then we're into it. So we're going to get good rhythm. Okay, good flow. Don't worry too much about speed as such to start with. We find our rhythm. We set into the rhythm. okay? And we're all about our motion, our flow, our relaxation. And as we get along, once we're warmed up even more, we'll start to push it even a little bit further and we'll be good to go, okay? So let's press the OK. Let's go. We should be fine and dandy right now. Okay. So here we go. Sitting at the ready. 8-minute pieces. First one, 4 minutes at 22, 4 minutes at 24. Okay. Are you ready? Row. Okay, rhythm first. There it is. Okay. Let's find our motion. Our metronomic pendulum rhythm. Move the hands around the back. It's good. Really nice. Yeah. Good. Okay, muscles are getting loose. Feel the chain taking us forward. Nice. Always looking for this continuous motion. Trying to avoid the stop-start. Get in the flow. Good. Okay, start focusing on our hang from the front. Feel the push as we roll up. Nice. Round the front. Okay, feel that compression. We roll in. Start to push away. Good. Out of the shoulders. That's nice. Okay, feeling that squeeze on the legs. Remember the drive. There's one push all the way back. Feel the sequence. Remember, as the legs driving, the body's hinging through the hips. We don't add the body and forget about the legs. We continue it on. Big muscles of ours in the legs, through the body, and always hanging under the arms. Nice. Really good. Okay. So we're coming down to our change. Up 2. Spread up around the back. This one. Now. Good. Okay. The acceleration. Long arms. Okay, now we've got our new metronomic rhythm. Keep hanging it. Nice. Handles come to us on the drive. Try and keep it on one plane all the way. Elbows past the body. Nice. Good. Good work. Nice. Remember, roll around the front. Changing direction. Let's feel it with our feet. Okay, around the back. Yes, we will have some toe pulling on the strap. We have to transfer the weight back to the balls. Okay, as we allow the chain to take us forward. Okay, around the back, chain, take us. Okay, we've got that. Release the pressure. Let it do the work. Okay. Nice. Coming up onto the feet. Has the body weight. Going forward. With the handle. Nice. Remember, brush the body. Don't have to chunk it in. We've got a good hang. All we're trying to do, release the pressure and recover. Nice. Remember, tap it along. We're moving at a rhythm and a speed. Okay. Roll across the top of the flywheel. Pick up the chain. Okay, good. Last 30 seconds. Hold the rhythm. Good. Okay, both feet, feel the push. Breathe, hang. Good. Okay, nice. So, roll it out. Catch our breath. I have the sneaking suspicion it's going to be a real sweat fest today, considering I'm already sweating quite hard after 8 minutes. Okay. So not a lot of rest. Okay, it's all part of making this reasonably tough. Okay, rest periods. There's two ways about rest periods, because if you spend too long on a rest period, it can actually make it harder because the body cools down too much. It takes you a lot to work back into it for your next set. Okay, little rest means little rest. Okay, and it really forces you to stay in that area of sort of stress. Whereas right about now, we should be like, you know what? Yep, I know I've done one set. Okay, I'm ready to do another. Okay, so this one's 24, 26. So basically building back to where we finished. Don't worry about the speed to start with. Find the rhythm. Here we go. 2, 1. Here it is. Okay. Remember that. Don't worry about the speed to start. Okay, get the flow, the hang. Finding our rhythm. That's nice. Okay, now we've got this rhythm and our flow. Down our metronomic speed. Allowing the handle. Move away. Good. Yeah, nice speed. Really good. Holding and maintaining. Now we can focus a little bit on our application. Feel the push. Hang. Long arms. Keep breathing into it. Staying relaxed. Staying loose. And continuous motion. Nice. Okay, excellent. Good focus. Shake out the shoulders. Feel that hang. The armpits. Feels like it's coming out of the socket. We can leave the arms out long. They're going to come to us. Just push away from them. Okay, good. Nice. As we roll around that front, climb it. As we push away, roll around. Not in and pause. Feel like it's still moving. Pushing away before we get there. Nice. Okay. Breathing. Okay, we want good speed now, but we want to keep our focus, keep our clarity. Feeling the rhythm. Okay, and as we change up, focus on the rhythm, and the speed will come. Okay, 10 seconds. Free the hands. In 5, 2, 1, and move. Okay, just move quicker to start with. Around the back. Nice. Okay, stay loose. Relaxed. Okay, because we're moving quicker with the hands, getting that acceleration. Good. Nice. Hang. Nice rhythm. Okay, maintain this. Flat jaw. Hands around. Nice. So that seat come under. Sit into the front. Not too rigid off the back. Soft knees. Don't lock them out. Allow them to just pop up. Good. Nice flow. Legs drive the body. Allow that body come off the legs. Slip back. All the way through the stroke. Good sequence. And breathe. Good. Focus that breathing. Okay, good. Keep the flywheel spinning. Round the front. Nice. Good. Last 50 seconds. Stay loose. Relax the face. Hold our composure. Nice. Good rhythm. Hands around. Metronome. Nice long arms all the way to the line. Okay, good. Keep running it out. Okay. Bit more intense that piece. Now we've got to focus on this recovery. Getting the heart rates under control. Okay, a bit more oxygen into the body. Staying loose. Not being tight. Shaking it out. Okay, this next set, we'll start a little bit easier. Okay, going back to that 22. It'll give us a little bit more time. So drink and row if you can for the next 20 seconds. And then we'll start building into it after that, okay? So we go back to the 22, 24, 26, 28, okay? So nothing untoward until that final 2 minutes. So let's just start to firm it now, okay? We'll find the rhythm at each rate. And as we change the rate, we just look for that extra speed and with our rhythm, and the speed of the machine will come. Here we go. Now. Okay, plenty of time. Should feel a lot different. from where we finished up. Okay, find rhythm first before we worry about the speed. Good. There's our metronomic rhythm. Time on the slide. Finding our ratio. Good. Now let's focus the hang. Got our rhythm now. We can just slowly squeeze it out. Sitting tall. Rolling with it. Nice. Good hang. Yeah, nice. Okay, good momentum here. Really nice rhythm. Remember, long arms, as long as we can. So just the connector. Good. Allows the legs and body to do the work. Pivot. Through the drive. Through the hips. Okay, first change. 24. Through the hands. And now, just like that. I'm pretty sure you all saw the speeds drop and the rating come easily. Okay, now we tap. We tap across the top of the flywheel. Come in and away. That's it. Continuous motion. Nice. Good work, team. Sitting tall, but staying loose. We want to be in control, but we don't want to be too rigid with all our muscles. Okay? 98% stiff. Okay, 2% be able to move with take-ups, slack. Okay? Nice. Good flow. Maintaining this very well. Nice rhythm. Good flow. Okay, we're doing the same again. Remember, let the chain do the work. Get the hands away. Roll with it. Here we go. 5. This one. Now. There it is. Now we've got a new metronome. Hold into it. Good. Good hang. Remember, brush the body, hands away. Staying loose. Nice. There's a good rhythm. Good rhythm and speed. Feel the speed of that seat. One speed forward. Straight in. And away. We want it to naturally slow right there. We don't want to be quick and have to force it slow. Okay? That's our rhythm. Nice. Okay, preparing. So, moving the hands. Now this time, we will have to give a little bit of a leg acceleration. Here we go. 28. Good. Okay, breathe into it. Nice. That's good. Hold the flow. Good. Move the hands. And breathe. Okay, stay loose. With me. Hang the arms long. Push away. Momentum around the back. Takes the chain forward. Good. Okay, breathe. You shouldn't be out of control. Composure. Nice. Tap. Work. Rest. So loose. Nice. Okay, good hands. Around the back. Nice. Okay, breathe. Tap along. All the way. To the line. Okay, good. Nice. Okay, breathe it in. Okay, really nice. Last piece. Okay, just like that. I've done 3 really good stuff. Now we're into our final one. Okay. First half of this will be relatively easy and controlled. Okay, because we've been doing 24, 26 for a lot of this. Okay, the last 4 minutes are really where we're going to have to focus. Okay, that's our testing part. That's where we're going to have to push the limits. Okay, so stay loose, stay relaxed, allow the machine to do some rhythm for us. Okay, by not having, we're going to have these loose legs, so when the handle comes over, they just pop up. Okay, if we do this and we're too jerky with movements like that, okay, and like too rigid with our bodies up here, we're tight, that's where it's going to slow us down and make us tight. Okay, so 98% set and 2% looseness. Okay, sorry about getting out of rhythm, but here we go. Ready? Now, 24. It's a lot different than where we finished. Okay, find our rhythm first. Okay, just with handle speed, handle movement. That's it. Okay, now let's pick up the length. Find the stretch, natural. Good. And the hang. Nice. That's nice and loose. Soft release. Soft knees. Hands away. That's it. Good. Long arms. Feel the flow. Feel the hang. Really good. Feel that flow. That's nice. Okay, maintaining. One smooth drive all the way. Okay, preparing. Moving to 26. 10 seconds. Okay, tap it along. Move the hand. Here we go. This one. Now. Smooth change. Easy change. Good. Now we find the new metronome. Hang and breathe. Allow the legs to go down. Drive the body. Excellent. That's nice. Good. Yeah. Good rhythm. Good flow. Tap. Okay. Stay focused. Relax the face. No tension. Breathing. Nice. Good. Sitting tall and loose as we roll in. Ready for the change in direction. Okay. Remember, hand speed on the change. Bit of leg speed. Here we go. And 2. 1. Now. That doesn't have to be with power. Speed. We add a little bit of speed on the legs. Because that's the drive time. Good. Good hang. Hey, breathe. Stay focused on your rhythm. What you've created. Work. Rest. Let it go around the back. Okay, breathing. Good tap. We must do the work. Okay, keep those legs nice and loose. Hands away. They pop up. Easy. Okay, suck it up, shake it out. Let's finish this well. Okay, up 2. Now, tap. Good, move the hands. "50 strokes. Find the rhythm. Feel that push. Hand speed. Okay. Relax length. Don't tug it. Hang it. Probably won't be getting to full length. It's fine. Around the front. 30 strokes. Last minute. Hang underneath the arms. Push. Hang. Long arms. 30 seconds. 15 strokes. Down it down. Long. Feet first. Good. All the way. Around the body. Nice. Okay. Keep rowing. Okay. Nice. Really nice. Increase in intensity and speed. Okay. Remember, don't stop rowing, even if you are feeling buggered. Don't have to put any weight behind the handle. You just want to try and keep getting some oxygen back in the muscles. Okay. Really nice. That was a good one. Okay. Gets really intense towards the end. If we're doing it properly in that workout, we get right up into the upper end of the aerobic pace without building too much lactate, around that 24, 26, even probably into the 28. We might have been teetering on that line, okay? But then because of the fatigue, ultimately, the last 4 minutes of that, we probably are producing a bit more lactate than we want, but that's what we need to do, okay? We need to go to those levels. So just press your memory now, the menu. Saves your workout into your memory, onto your erg data, okay? And then we can just row it out for another few minutes. Got the nice river formed underneath me, okay? I'm assuming most people are in winter, hey? North America. Okay, but good little workout. Okay, really simple. As I mentioned sort of in that first break, that your rest periods and everything you do, if you get programs and stuff designed to you, the rest periods aren't there for shits and giggles, okay? They're there for a certain purpose and a certain reason, okay? You could do this workout with a 30-second break and it will be really hard, okay? You can do it with a 90-second break like this and it can be hard. You do it with a 2-minute break and you'll be surprised at how much easier it probably was to maintain through that third and fourth piece. okay? And then if you push it out to sort of 2.5 minutes, you might have found that you'd have plenty of time after each piece. We could have actually done a bit of active recovery before we started the next one, okay? And it might have felt like a lot different again. So whatever pieces get thrown at you, they all have the rest period dictated by how hard the sessions are going to be, and in what you're trying to achieve out of the session, okay? Because some, especially high stuff, you know, a lot of people, and you'll probably hear everybody does minute on, minute off, okay? But if you really want to get lactate tolerance, which is allowing your body to feel how shit it feels with massive amounts of lactate, then you do minute on by 30 seconds off, or minute on by 20 seconds off, okay? Now that's a killer. And that type of stuff really is just pushing the limits as much as you can, even though you think, oh, I've only got a minute to do. But by the time the rest period's finished, you're like, oh my God, I haven't even started getting any oxygen back into my muscles, okay? And it can really, really add another dimension and a layer to certain workouts, okay? So just spend another little bit here. Just adding a little bit of weight behind the handle, okay? If you jumped on a bike or something like that, that's cool. But just remember, depending on the session, depending how hard it is, you just want to get enough to loosen everything out. Start the recovery process, okay? There's nothing much more that I shouldn't say hate. Hate's a bad word. Disapprove of is when people finish a 2K on the row machine and they drop the handle, they lay on the floor and okay, yes, you pushed your body to maximum limit, but if you actually just sat on your machine, moved back and forward, didn't even matter if you had the handle on, you wouldn't tie up, your muscles wouldn't ache, okay, and then you wouldn't have such a horrific experience about doing the 2K. Okay, so great work, team. Okay, that was a really good session today. Something a little bit upbeat, something a little bit pokey right towards the end, which ultimately we need. I don't know about you guys, but this holiday period's always festive, should we say? I think festive's the appropriate word. But, you know, it is really nice to get back in, you know, bump it up and just have a little bit of fun, okay? So I'll see if anyone's got any chats. I see a lot of greetings. Evening from Wales, lockdown. Oh, Joe, losing count. Yeah, I feel sorry for you guys in the UK. A lot of places around the world are not handling this pandemic very well at all. Okay, deadly bloody virus. Not deadly to everybody, but it is deadly to some. Okay, got to do our parts to make sure we stay safe. John would like to see display. You mean my display? Mate, that's not going to affect anything. If I told you I was sitting on low 140s at the end, or whether I was above 2 minutes, would that affect your training? A lot of people do want to see what I've done. To be fair, it's probably not as fast as I could go because it is really, really difficult to talk and row at the same time, okay? Plus, because if you don't talk for a certain period of time, you're like, oh man, I haven't talked for a while. And you've got to breathe and you've got to keep focus and keep technique and everything like that. So it does take a lot, okay? Hi from South Korea. Thanks, Lee and Tu. Sorry, I can't pronounce your last one. Happy New Year. Yep. Renee, love the workouts from New Orleans. You already rode today, but you jump on this one. Oh, nice. Thanks for another great workout, Eric. Have a question about rhythm. What is the best ratio of recovery time to stroke time? Jeremy. Okay, it does depend on... Okay, so in my opinion, here it is. I'll just leave that there. In my opinion, in terms of rhythm, you want it to feel like it's 1-to-1 ratio, okay? It's not going to be 1-to-1 ratio. And the reason I say that is there's a lot of schools of thoughts when you're out in the water on rowing. The old school method, which a lot of people are moving away from, we were a big driving factor, and the thing was that people used to row and they'd go, and then they'd slow into the front. Okay, so it'd be really quick off here and then slow like that. Okay, and that was the old fashioned, like, get off the back, let the boat run, and then slow into the front. Okay, whereas I'm more, the drive time's going to be there, and then your rhythm's just what it is forward. Okay, so the speed the handle comes in this way is almost the speed that it goes that way. So at 20, it's longer coming forward like this because you've got the drive and it comes forward. Okay, and then ultimately when you speed it up, when you start getting quicker rating, the drive is actually almost the slow part like that once you get up to around 28, 30. But the thought process is allowing, as it comes in, just let it go away and flow with it. Okay, and that's probably the key about rhythm, is just we don't want to stop and then have to race off the back. Everything's just this pendulum rhythm like this, and it just flows. Okay, and we're just moving with the machine. Okay, everything's loose. We don't have to be quick. Get the hands away. That's another thing, you know, like you'll hear me saying soft knees. Okay, because one of the big things is people go, they're out to there and they do that. Okay, and it sort of jolts the knees up to get them forward. Like my knees are down, they're not locked out, they're down, they're straight, and that allows me to just softly, as I come off the back, just get the hands, let the chain take it forward. You know, like that's going to go, and you just follow it forward. Okay, same with the shoulders around the back. Like you don't have to push them out and be tight like this. Okay, you just easy. Okay, and that's the biggest thing about all the rhythm stuff I talk about, is that I want the machine to do stuff for you so that you're not having to like think about getting back to the front, and you're not tight because you've got to think, shit, I've got to get my hands away. So the ratio in terms of the stroke phase, the drive and the recovery, you should try and feel like it's 1-to-1. Okay, now if you've got a stopwatch on it, or if you got and broke it down, yes, it's not going to be 1-to-1, but that's sort of the feeling that you want. You know, the speed in equals the speed out. You don't stop and then take your time forward and drive really fast and then go slow forward. You're still driving, and there is times where there is a higher disparity than the other, okay, especially at low rate and really high rate, but it's a feeling. Okay, it's a flow, it's a rhythm, it's letting the machine do some work, allowing you to drive, okay, all those bits and pieces. So I hope that sort of answers a little bit of your question around that. But in terms of ratio, it's more of a feeling around actual time that you should be finding, okay? But I still believe that everything should be nice and flow. There should be movement to it. You should allow it to happen, okay? And then if you find that ratio, you'll find the rhythm, that it's just this, you'll always hear me saying pendulum, metronome, because we don't want to drive to the back, stop, and then come out. And it's even the same in the front. You never see me going, hey, let's get into the front and then take a big drive. It's like, hey, let's roll around. We roll around the front, and then around the back, we come to the back and we roll around the back. Okay, and it's probably the easiest way for people to use these machines is to, if you're stopping at the back, you're stopping at the front, you're going to get tired. It's going to wear you down hard. Okay, and so the rhythm and the ratio around finding that beat will be one of the keys. Okay. Sammy, thanks, mate. Nice step up in intensity. Yep. Any tips for people with a bony bum? Feel like I'm rolling over the bones every time I come into the catch. Yep, absolutely, mate. You've got to put a towel on, or you've got to get a seat pad. In my rowing days, I used to get horrific, like dead legs. I'd finish a session and I'd just be like, I can't sit down. I've got to get off. Now, if you really want to, okay, Sammy, now I don't know whether it's just your bones that are like hurting or whether you're actually feeling like numb legs as well. Because the only other thing that you can do is there are, like, ultimately with hair, we probably should have a little bit of a scallop out of there so that the bones sort of sit down a little bit more into there. And that's why a seat pad and you can buy them for Concept 2. I've never used one, but obviously for you it could work, is there are holes in it, okay, and they take that pressure right off the sit bones. The only other thing is if you're getting dead legs is you scallop the front of your seat out as well. And, you know, I know these seats are only like 10, 20 bucks or something like that. So, you know, you can have an experiment and have a play. James, that was a tough New Year row. It was a tough New Year row. I remember a few weeks back we got to 32 in one of your sessions. Do you recommend rowing at 32 with a good split consistently? Yes, depending on the amount of time. Okay, so in terms of that, James, you can't spend a huge amount of time at that level if you want to get good splits. Now, you could spend time at 32 bashing it backwards and forwards, not getting bang for your buck. Okay, so in stuff like this, if you can get a good speed at 20, a good speed at 22, then you increase all the way through. Okay, and it's exponential. So yes, it does start sort of tapering off towards the end. But the whole idea is that if you can do good work at 20, 22, 24, if I said to you, hey, let's do 10 minutes at 32 as a test, or let's do whatever at 32, then you'll be like, okay, cool, I can handle that for that period of time. But to do it in terms of training, you can only go there for certain periods because if you're doing it properly, it's working hard. Okay, like on these machines, you know, 36, 38 is full on maximum 2K speed, you know, or if you watch anyone doing a 500, they're up around 40 plus. Okay, and you just couldn't hold that 32. You could hold that 32 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, like easily, but to go up even higher for a longer period, it would be hard. Okay, now not saying it can't be done, but what I'm saying is that in terms of the training, you have to learn how to progress all the way through. You know, in something like this, we could have done 24, 26, 28, 30 for every 8-minute piece. Okay. And I know that is the way that you want to train if you're looking for that longer intensity stuff, even going up to a lot of 5, 6K type of thing. Okay. What's your thoughts on erg data weight adjustment for time? As a short, lightweight female, I can take 25 off my time on average. Looks great. Joe, hey, look, do whatever motivates you. 100%. There is a power to weight ratio on the rowing machine. Do the weight adjustment because, yes, you know, crikey, if you're a 50 kilogram person doing this compared to 110 kgs of me, like you, just there's not going to be any comparison, even in your same age group, male, female, whatever. It is all about weight, unfortunately. So weight adjustment, yeah, perfect. Higher extra benefit from using the dynamic machine, Gerard. Yep, absolutely perfect for technique and rhythm. Okay, allows the feet to come to you. Now it's perfect if you want to do on-water rowing. There's not really any benefit, to be fair, of using static if it's just your main gig. If it's all you've got, perfect, doesn't matter. But in terms of if you are an on-water rower and you want to get better on the water, I recommend using the dynamic because it does give you a really interesting feel around what happens on the water. Because you always hear me here saying, let the chain take you away. On the dynamic, you have to make that, which is what happens on the water. Like on the water, your blade isn't going to get back to the catch without you making it go back. And that's what happens on the dynamic. And then you let your feet come towards you, that sort of stuff. So dynamic, yes, very good for on water. I got an elbow problem now. I don't know why, Lou and T. It could be that you're flaring your elbows. It could just be that the muscles need to build up a little bit of strength. If it gets too bad, go see a physio. Okay. Hey, finally caught up live. I always do these workouts as a replay. Great to see you live. Just did a session with your endurance and almost PB. Yep, nice. Great work, half marathon. Thanks for the coaching. I love having you in my ear. All right, thanks, Nancy. Champion. Okay, awesome. Right, thanks, everyone. Great workout. We'll be back here next week, earlier time, 4 hours earlier, 5 hours earlier than what it is now. I guess 5 o'clock. What's that, like 8:30 Pacific? Something like that. So it'd be good to catch a few of the Euros and stuff like that back on board. Otherwise, everybody, hope your new year is good. I'm not going to say I hope it's going to be great because we have no bloody idea what's going to happen. So let's just roll with it. Okay, keep up the fitness, keep up the good work. Stay safe, social distance, wear a mask. Jesus, if this new strain that's coming out and about is as bad as they say, and it's more transmittable, then crikey, you might be fit, you might be healthy. The fact is that if you transmit it to one of your loved ones or someone that you know, and their body can't handle it and they die, they're dead. Okay, and that's the shit thing about this virus. So some of us will be fine with getting it, others won't be. So that's why we have to stay safe. And viruses mutate; they could end up being like even deadlier than what it is now. Okay, so stay safe, everyone. Keep on top of everything. Hope it all goes well in the next little while. As I say, keep everything up. Thanks from us and asensei, and we'll be back here next week. So keep training hard. Peace out.